Hey guys, it's me, Christina, and I have a review of Shatter by Tehereh Mafi. I have done this review 4 times, and my movie maker has none respond. So this better work. So, this book is about a girl named Juliet, and her touch is lethal. And I really enjoyed this book. It was so good. I loved it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. This writing was so poetic. I loved it. I will read anything Tehereh Mafi writes. It was just so interesting. So it's about a girl who her touch is lethal. She's sent to this insane asylum. She's been locked up for 264 days. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 264 days. And she has like this small notebook where she writes out, and she does these like crossouts like on the back. And I read this with an audiobook, so like there was like the sound effect of the crossouts, so that was really interesting. She's given this roommate, and his name is Adam, and they went to school together like a long time ago. And then like she keeps telling him like, you can't touch me, you can't touch me. She wouldn't even tell him her name at first, and Juliet was like locked up for like multiple reasons, and the big occurrence was that she killed a toddler in a grocery store, and she didn't mean to. It was like an accident, and they want to use her as a weapon for the reestablishment, and that's how we meet Warner. So she's taken by these soldiers, and we find out that Adam is a soldier who's like spying on her, but not really. It was like complicated. So I really love this story because the characters were so interesting. Warner is a little crazy, but I thought he was really interesting. Juliet, like, I can understand her, and Adam, I loved him so much. Like, I love him and Juliet together. Like, they're just so cute together. I know everyone loves Warner, but I don't understand it yet. Maybe I'll understand more in Unravel Me. I did understand him a little more in Destroy Me. And he shot people, like, he tortured Juliet emotionally, and like, there were so many things, like, and he kept telling her he loved her, and like, I was like, you're a little crazy. And it's just like, he wants her to be his weapon. He wants her to like get angry because she's been through so much, and he doesn't understand why she's not angry. Like, and Adam can touch her. Like, we found out he can touch her, and he put a message in her notebook. It's not what you think. And then they end up making out hardcore in the shower, and he has the tattoo of the bird that she dreamt of, and he had that dream too, and I was like, what? And he's like, we're gonna escape this place. And as they were making out one time on the bed, the alarm goes off. Warner comes in. He like rips her dress, I think. And then Adam puts a gun to Warner's head, and they escape. And then we find out Warner can touch Juliet too. Like, what the hell? 2 guys can touch her. So they go to his safe house, and we find out that Adam has a younger brother named James who is 10, and then Kenji ends up like on his doorstep, beaten and like tortured mostly, and he's like, I know the safe house, and Adam's like, no, and then they have like no choice at the end because these soldiers come in. He's like, watch James, me and Julia are gonna get like a car or something, I think. And then Adam gets shot by Warner, and then she's like confined with Warner, and she knows he has a gun, so she's like, okay, I just need to get his gun. So they end up kissing too, because of course that's the reason. And it was a very interesting scene. She ends up shooting him, and she like escapes with his gun. There's like this place, and Juliet like claws the door to get to Adam, and with her like powers, it's like really intense. and then she cuts him down. They find this car. She drives terribly because she's never drove before. They get back to James and Kenji. Kenji gave James a sleeping pill, which wasn't smart. They go to this like safe place, but there's all these people with like different like powers. It's kind of like X-Men. Kenji has the power to like turn himself invisible, and that's why they didn't really catch him. And I just love the story. There's this guy who is flexible. There's a guy who can electrocute. There's these two twins who can heal. They healed Adam. And there's like this guy who can move things with his mind. That's the main guy. This place is called Omega Point, and I really just love this book so much. I think this story is amazing. I give it 5 out of 5 stars. I highly recommend it. So then I read Destroy Me, which was Warner's story. Warner is kind of like obsessed with Juliet. He loves her, and he's like, of course this would be the girl I would fall for. And that scene where he shot that guy in the head, there was like more of that scene. It turns out he was like an alcoholic and he was beating his family, and he said, well, I thought that shooting him in the head was doing him a kindness other than ripping his heart out of his chest. Like, and then there was a scene where he was being nice to this dog, and I feel bad for him. I think it was because how he was raised. His father is freaking crazy. He shot the family that Warner shot, and his last name is Warner. I don't know what his first name is. Because Juliet says, well, your last name is Warner. What's your first name? I know he's 19. That's all I really know. And I just loved hearing Warner's side. Like, and I feel he does want to kill Adam very intensely. And I just, like, don't understand him sometimes. But I understand him a tiny bit more in Destroy Me. And I really enjoyed these two stories. I am reading Unravel Me now. I'm on page 53, chapter 7, and I'm really liking it so far. I love these covers. They're gorgeous. So I will see you guys next time. Happy reading. Bye, guys.